Alright. Hello, and welcome to a new series. This is going to be sort of more of an adventure style series here, and it's going to be more a storytelling series as well. So let's jump on in here. As you see here, we got my creative playland, my regular one, which is my other series there. So let's think of a cool name for this one, and by cool, I mean practical. Survival story series. Now we'll just leave it survival story. Survival mode. More options. We want default. I'm going to turn those on. I do like having that at the beginning. It gives just a little bit of help, which I like very much. Going to keep that on. A cool seed. I don't know if you type in something like island, it'll give you a very small island. I actually did that when 1.6.2 first came out, which is the version that I'm playing here. And when I first did that, I went ahead and typed in island, and that ended up putting me on a island with no trees, pretty much no nothing. Another island somewhat close by that I could see, but that didn't do a whole ton. Let's see, a cool name, a cool idea for a seed. Let's think something really dumb like ton O diamond. That's right, ton O. Let's actually do ton O apostrophe diamond. Alright, let's jump on into this world here. So we are loading up the terrain. And we are in a tree with a ton of sheep, which is nice. So, like every single Minecraft first day moments ever, you start by getting wood. Weird little spike there, lag spike or something. Oh, and we got our bonus chest there. Hopefully it's got an axe to make this a little bit quicker. That is one of the things about these first episodes whenever I... doesn't have one. But we'd have quite a few apples, which will be nice here in the beginning. We are playing on peaceful, which is not at all. No, we're going to be playing on normal. I am going to take... That's fine, I didn't really want that. I'm going to take these torches. I'm going to take the chest as well. That is one of the first things about starting a new series, or, you know, in any other series that's out there when you first start watching it. It's just super grindy at the beginning. I am going to go ahead and kill these guys here. That is just going to take forever and a day. And apparently I'm also going to be throwing my torch around. Let me make sure that my sound settings are fine. They are 50%. I'm going to turn them down for me, but they should be okay on there. Okay, so we need to kill 3 of these guys. So get ourselves a bed. The first couple nights are the worst, of course, because you don't have anything. But yeah, I was saying that whenever you watch other people whenever they start their first series, they're just super grindy at the beginning. I'm already down a haunch of hunger, half a haunch, but 2 a haunch fairly soon. I'm okay on wood right off the bat there because we do have that bonus chest. What I would like to do is find some animals to kill, or a village would be awesome. Although we are entering, looks like a taiga biome, and there are not going to be any villages in there. Let's head maybe off in this direction. Wow, we're just forest as far as the eye can see. Yep, but definitely. And then there's that ocean, or is there just unloaded chunk? I think that's ocean, but let's head over that way and see what we can see. Guess might as well eat one now. Yeah, that's definitely frozen ocean taiga, but let's head out this way a little bit. Maybe we can find something a little bit more pleasing, I guess. Might as well grab some reeds since they are here, and so are we. How many is that? That's enough to get us started. 10. It's enough to get a farm started when the time for that becomes necessary. So, the goal, of this series is to end up killing the dragon and the wither and sort of any other of those sort of boss things that may come up in the future. I'm gonna pick you guys to death. And I've never actually done that before, legitimately. I've never I've gone to the end, but I've never actually went ahead and killed the dragon on my own, as well as the wither. I've never done that either. I don't even think I've ever fought a wither skeleton. I've just never come across one. Wow, that is dead already? Really? I'm used to, I suppose, older Minecraft where that would have lasted at least a little bit longer. Let's eat up a little bit here. How are we doing there? 8? Okay, I really need to get some stone going. Get some... to be able to get some other things going here. I guess I'm going to waste some of these hunger haunches running, just because I tend to be impatient that way. Let's jump up to the top of the hill here. Had quite a big lag spike there, that was kind of annoying. Okay. Oh, missed that jump, didn't I? Well, probably have to do some digging anyway. Well, if I had that pickaxe, it would be a great time to get some stone, but because I completely wasted it, like a fool, on pigs, because it does have a slightly higher... I did not mean to make 3 of those. Great job, me. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Now I don't have enough to make stupid sticks. Okay. Starting off things very nicely here. Okay, let's just make one. Let's just make one of those. How about that? And then come up here and start picking away at the stone. Get enough for some stone tools going here, because I don't see the point in making wooden shovels and swords and all that kind of stuff, because once you've got the pickaxe, which by the way is lasting longer against stone than it is against killing pigs. Interesting there. Okay, like I was saying, yeah, it's better to have, just go ahead and gather as much stone as you're going to need to make your stone tools, as well as a furnace, and get that done with. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to make a bed, because I did get the will for that. I did get the wool for that. Excuse me, I clicked you. Thank you. Put that on in there. Put that guy down. Might as well make a furnace to cook up this pig here. Okay, got one of those guys. I don't have coal, but I do have at least I can burn these, and I'm going to burn that afterwards, because those are going to go very quickly. Hopefully it'll be enough to make at least 2, although I'm slightly doubtful about that, so I may throw this guy in there. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine for now. Let's go ahead and make our stone tools. Start off with pickaxe. For whatever reason, that's always the first thing that I end up making is the pickaxe. I suppose it's because first day hasn't been enough time for really anything to be spawning in, so I'm not too worried about a sword, although that is usually the second thing I end up making. And since they go so quickly, I'm going to go and make 2 of them. I'm going to start arranging things on the bar the way that I like them. I like to put my food in the last bar, torches in that one, and then usually the sword. And then I'm going to make 2 swords, and we have our pickaxe. Honestly, might as well make 2 of those. I doubt I'm going to be finding iron that quickly. Make ourselves a shovel, or 2. And we're out of sticks for now, and that's okay. I don't think I'm going to be needing much else for the moment. I'm going to go ahead and finish the apples. They don't have much of value to me at this point, because I'm not going to be making golden apples out of them or anything anytime soon, so I might as well leave the better food for later. I'm going to continue here to mine out some stone, just to get our reserves a little bit higher, and I don't think it's quite going to be dark enough yet to start thinking about the first shelter. How are we looking on time? Yeah, we're a little bit past mid-afternoon, so I'm just going to quickly gather a little bit more stone up here and continue on. Probably end up just sleeping on the surface once it becomes dark enough to do so. This first episode is probably going to be a little bit longer because it is a little bit grindy, and I know grindy, just want to sort of get that out of the way, get enough resources to get established and sort of just get going on things. I think that's going to be enough for now. Grab those guys. Get rid of you, and I'm just gonna punch this with the bed. Not like I don't have a ton of them anyway, but... Alright, so I wanted to head up onto top of the mountain here. Do I have any pillaring? I can pillar with you. So I want to head up to the top of the mountain here. Just sort of see what can be seen in terms of the local geography and sort of make a plan as to where I want to go here. It really is taiga biome as far as the eye can see. Wow, I've never seen one this large without large biomes. It's making me think if I accidentally clicked large biomes or not. Because that forest is quite large too. I do see some pumpkins down here, possibly jack-o'-lanterns, which, ow, could be a beneficial thing. Might as well go ahead and kill some more of these guys. Oh, that was good. I think I got 3 out of that deal. Thank you, Mr. Piggy. That was very generous of you. Go ahead and eat. Nope. Go ahead and eat, not place torches. Wow, there's a ton of pigs around here. That's nice. That's a good thing. With the new update here... Oh, we do have some pumpkins here. Do I need pumpkins? I guess I could make a pumpkin farm at some point. They are useful when you go to the end, because the Endermen don't know when you're looking at them, so I suppose that's a benefit that might as well take advantage of. So in the new update, when you smack an animal, it'll run forever. It'll just do its circles forever now. Used to be that it would just run for X amount of time. Not anymore. We do have a little cave here. Ooh, with surface, almost like surface lava. Is that a zombie? Hello. Hello, zombies. I'm on fire. Come on, put yourself out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Out. Stop it. Stop burning. Stop it. I'm gonna be upset if I die from burning to death. And I'm probably not even regenning, am I? Right at the moment. This would be very bad to be ambushed by some things, so I am going to not do that. I'm gonna... Oh, it's getting dark. Let's sleep really quickly here. Just throw the bed down. You do have to get rid of those. Sleep, hopefully nothing has spawned, because otherwise that's not going to be a fun time at all. We're looking like we're in the clear. Now I'm going to break it, so my spawn point is no longer set. It is a bit of an unfortunate thing, but it's not the end of the world. I only got 2 pieces of coal out of that deal, huh? Also, with the new mechanics here, it takes a certain amount of your hunger bars, hunger haunches, whatever they're called, to end up healing up. I don't think I'm quite ready to go caving quite yet, but let's just take a little sneak peek. Looks like there's not much of anything. I want my torches back. They are in fairly limited supply here. So I am gonna have to plonk down my furnace and cook up some more of these pigs, because I'm going to need quite a bit more food. I do like that change where the game is actually a little bit more difficult now, in that you know, the healing system is a little bit different now. It's not quite as easy as it used to be when like 1.8 first came out, beta 1.8 first came out. I am a long-time Minecrafter. I have been playing since beta 1.3, somewhere in that realm. So, pretty much right after alpha, I've been playing since. But this is the direction I came from, isn't it? Let's head over that way. After having a little snack. Oh, come on. And see what we can see over here. If there's anything better. There are just a million pigs. This is just pigland. Okay, how are we looking over here? Not much. Not much. There's still just more taiga. This is taiga, yes. Technically, and I can't read it with the. Oh, here we'll look up. Where am I looking? It's been a while, and they move it from time to time. Ice Mountains. Is that a relatively new one? Possibly. Believe 1.7 or one of the following updates is scheduled to be a terrain update, which I think would be really cool. I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's been quite a while since we've had one. I think since the adventure update, and they brought in jungles and stuff like that. I do like how they fixed the desert biome. Now there's not as much water in it. There used to be there's as much water as well anything else, but now they've gone ahead and fixed that to where it is no longer the case. Okay, we can get some more stone here if we'd like. May not be a terrible idea. I'm gonna check on something real quick, so I will be right back. It'll be a quick jump for you. Okay, so I went ahead and did a little bit of flying around in a creative. There's just absolutely ice as far as the eye can see, and I really don't want to be stuck in just an ice biome. It's just not my cup of tea, so to speak. So I'm gonna head back towards original spawn, which I believe should be over this way. Might as well kill a couple more of these guys, that just because they're here. Okay, probably end up using most of the sword on little piggies. But if we're not going to come back this way, why not? I don't see any repercussions for that. And so, come on, sprint, jump. There we go. So I personally would just rather not be stuck in an ice biome. They're just not my favorite biomes out there. So hopefully we're just gonna head on back this way towards original spawn where that forest was, because that's where we originally spawned in. Ooh, knew that was gonna happen. Come on, fingers. Work properly. We got more sheep here. Don't think I need to bother with them at the moment. I am out of cooked pig, though. That could be a problem. That's an interesting sound that your feet make on the snow. Again, they're not my favorite, so I'm not 100% well versed on them. But okay, and then I think we need to head left slightly. Possibly, hopefully. Otherwise, we're just going to be in the white abyss forever, which I really don't want to be. Still not seeing anything. Not white abyss. Okay, that's probably forest there, right? Yes, okay, good. Good. Found it. Because yeah, over here I just basically did a quick little fly job over through there, and that is just nothing but ice and snow as far as the eye can see, which, like I said, just not my cup of tea. Ooh, we have extreme hills right here, possibly. I'm definitely a fan of the extreme hills. Those are definitely fun to play in, although I'm not. This isn't going to be a building series, so I may end up just trying to stray away from that. I would prefer maybe like a plains for this. I think that would be an ideal type of a biome to come across, or maybe a desert would be nice. Something flat where just not a ton of work to try to have to traverse everything. So, storytelling, I believe that's what this series is mostly going to be about, so why not start? I recently bought the computer that I'm playing on here. It's a relatively inexpensive, intermediate, or not intermediate, but entry-level sort of gaming pre-built PC. It's iBuyPower NZ or NZST, something like that. As you can tell, I'm very well versed in the world of computers, but basically I just wanted something that I was gonna be able to play games on, record, all that kind of stuff, not have to worry about lag or any of those sort of things. I am coming over from a Mac, and so obviously the Macs are not at all made for gaming. Almost a stack. You know, let's cook up while we are talking here. Oh, there we go. That'll do some cooking up. That could be interesting. I think that may be planes right over there. Hello, Mr. Creeper, who just despawned. Wow. Okay. So yeah, fairly basic about this computer here. It runs Minecraft fairly well, and I bought it from a well-known large chain store where you do a lot of computer purchasing and stuff and such. I could use more torches, but I guess I'm just gonna let that cook up, and hopefully I will find something where I can, a cave where I can do some exploration. But anyway, so I did do a little bit of research. I've got a buddy, his brother is really into computers and all of that kind of stuff, so he helped out sort of for me deciding, because I did do this on a budget. I didn't want to spend much more than maybe like 500, and I ended up spending about 6 because after taxes and whatnot. So if there's interest, I can give the technical specifications, but it's a fairly basic pre-built system, so I did end up spending more because it was a pre-built. I could have gone through and purchased the separate parts and built it myself, but I was weary of going to 15, 20 different sites to buy one part, whether or not those sites were legitimate or anything like that. Of course, I could always use a PayPal type system or credit card or something like that, but I just didn't want to mess with it. I also would have had to wait probably an extra month for all the parts to ship in, because I'm sure they weren't all local companies. So those are sort of my reasonings behind going the direction that I did end up going. And so I went ahead and just purchased it from a big box store. I bought it online because I was just going to buy it online anyway and have it potentially shipped, but it turns out that I could go to a fairly close outlet where the store that I bought online from, where they did their ship to store type thing, and so that's what I ended up, I selected that option. It ended up saving probably $25-30 with shipping and everything, because it is a fairly heavy computer. It's like 30 pounds. It's only the desktop. I've got a 24-inch TV, HD TV. That's what I'm using for a monitor. Come on, sun's down. And I just got that hooked up by a HDMI cable. So all I had to really worry about in terms of shipping weight was the desktop itself. So I didn't, wrong button. So I didn't have to worry about, oh, come on, I had that. Didn't have to worry about shipping a monitor or anything like that with it. And it did come with a keyboard and mouse. Although I'm not using the mouse or the keyboard, I have a wireless version, or a wireless Logitech one that I'm using for Minecraft, just because Minecraft you don't need a gaming mouse or anything like that, so I'm not worrying about that. Ooh, hello zombie. I hear you in there. I did say I needed some coal. I hear you in there. You're in here somewhere. You're probably deeper down. That's fine with me. Wow, there's a lot of them in there. Probably trying to path to me with the new zombie AI. If he sneaks up on me, I'm not going to be a happy camper, to say the least. Well, 3 coal, it's better than no coal, I suppose. Might as well keep continuing to kill these guys, because I doubt I'm going to come back through this way. Ooh, scare cave noise. So, yes, had it, just did the in-store pickup, and it was weird because maybe this is just how it's done, but when I went to buy it online, they had me enter my credit card information, And so I figured that is when the payment was going to go through, but apparently that was not the case. Is that a real hole or is that just a chunk error? Because that's really cool if that's a real hole. I'm going to have to check that out. That's too cool to not take a look at. So when I had entered all that kind of stuff, figured that is when the transaction was going to be made. Went to the store, and well, apparently that wasn't quite the case, but that's not really the interesting part of the story, I guess. So I go in, I show the receipt to the customer service guy. Says okay, head on over to the printout email thing, confirmation of purchase or whatever it's called. So went ahead and did that, and went to the store. The guy said okay, head over to the computer department. So that's what I did, and the guy working there was an older gentleman, probably in his mid-50s would be my guess. And so I'm not too sure how well versed in computers that this guy is or was. This is a really cool outcropping of stone here. I mean, it's like just this ancient thing. I wish that wasn't there, but it's like this ancient thing that's just been withering away. That is super cool. But I suppose I'm going to head off in this direction, because that's the one I came from, and that's the endless ice, which I don't want. So anyway, I go, and so online, it didn't specify whether or not it had the HDMI port on it, and so that's why I had ended up asking the guy, because I'm playing via my HD TV here, and I had a HDMI cable that I use with my Mac if I want to play DVDs or YouTube videos or whatever it is, what have you. So I've got that going, and so I had the HDMI cable. So I asked the guy, well, does the computer have an HDMI port? Because on the website it didn't say whether or not it did. It said it has 4 or 5 USB 3.0, 2 USB 2.0, Ethernet cable, and it's got Bluetooth and wireless card and all that kind of stuff. But it makes no mention as to whether or not it's got that could have been worse than that. Whether or not it had a HDMI port. So I mean, I should have known. Anyway, well. So I asked the guy, and he just basically looks up on their website and looks up the same thing and goes, nope, looks like it doesn't. It's probably just got your standard VGA type thing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess what do I need then if I've got the HDMI cable, I guess. And he goes, well, you just need to get a converter, walk down the aisle over there. And he pointed over a couple aisles away, and it's like, okay, I have no idea what I'm looking for here. So I walk down there, and I probably spend three or 4 minutes to try to flag down another guy, but he wasn't paying attention. I end up flagging him, the original guy, back down. He goes, oh, did you find it? And I go, well, I guess I think I did. And I show him the thing. He goes, yeah, that should probably work. Yeah, okay. So he goes, okay, I'll just make sure, I'll just add that up to that thing, and then you can just head out to the front and check out. And it's like, okay. So I figured I'm just gonna be paying, I think it was $20 for this adapter. So I figured, I'm just gonna be paying the $20 for that adapter there, right? Not necessarily the case. So I went up, and the guy goes, oh, okay, so the computer hasn't been paid for yet. And I go, oh, it has or has not. The guy had a little bit of an accent, so I had a hard time understanding him. It was fairly thick accent. And so he goes, well, okay, so you haven't paid for it yet. And I go, oh, I haven't, because I entered in all my information online. He goes, oh, no, you haven't. So I said, okay, that's fine, whatever. So he rings both the things up. It's like $630 for both things, and I take computer home. It's a good 20-30 minute drive, especially with traffic and everything, because it wasn't the closest of this shop to me. It was one that was probably 25 or so miles away, but with city driving and whatnot, traffic lights, turned out to be about half hour to get home. I do that. I get home, I unbox it, and lo and behold, it has an HDMI port. Of course it has an HDMI port. It's a brand new freaking computer. What computers nowadays are you going to buy that don't have an HDMI port on them, considering how many people use them to hook up to an HD TV like I do? So that was just super frustrating. The guy was he just didn't have a clue what was going on. And we found more freaking ice biome. I guess, which way? I guess back that way. That's kind of a cool formation. So the guy turned out to be fairly incompetent, I guess. He didn't have a clue. It wasn't even like a standard VGL adapter thing that I ended up getting. It was some other thing that wouldn't even have fit in the first place, because that was the first thing I did. Is I looked and I tried to see if that was going to fit in anywhere, and of course it didn't, because it was some random plug. It was the only one that you could fit in HDMI 2. But anyway, that he was very unhelpful, and I think it was because he went in the back. So I guess I'll back up a little bit here. I'm telling the story a little bit out of chronological order, but so back up, just get there, hand him, excuse my seat making noise, I hand him my receipt thing, for the online purchase, and he goes, okay, let me just make sure I've got this. I'm like, well, okay, they specifically told me not to come in until I got the confirmation email that you did have it in stock, but okay, go ahead. And he goes, yep, we do have it in stock. It's like, okay, well, good, because if you didn't, I would have been upset about that. But he goes, okay, let me go in the back. Grabs the cart, goes in the back, throws it on, and then at that point, he asked me, well, do you want the insurance on that? It's, like $70 for a year, and it's $80 or $90 for a 2-year plan. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think I'm going to pass on that. And he goes, oh, you sure? You never know with these gaming PCs. They get really hot, and, if your CPU goes or the motherboard goes, that's going to be really expensive to replace. And I go, no, I'm okay. I didn't want to tell him I couldn't afford that, but that was the reality of it. Is I definitely couldn't afford spending an extra $70, $80, $90 on it, and especially when he was going to try to sell me that stupid adapter at the end of it too. It would have made it, instead of a $600 purchase, it would have made it like $700, which I definitely just didn't have an extra $100 to spend on it. So after that is when he went from helpful to definitely not helpful at all. And I don't know if it's a commission thing, that they will make extra commission if you go ahead and sell, or if they go ahead, and sell things for you. I don't know. I really don't know what was going on there, but as soon as I said no to that, he was just shut down, and I'm not going to help you anymore, kind of a deal. So it was really strange. So now I've got this, $20 adapter sitting around, and are we going to hit an ocean here? Oh man, hitting an ocean. So now I've got this $20 adapter that I don't need, doesn't even work on my computer, let alone needing it, because my computer did come with an HDMI port, like I should have known it did. I really don't know where I'm going to go here, because I am seriously running out of real estate here, and I'm not finding anything of interest. I want to find a plains or a desert or something like that to sort of start off. So if I don't find it now within this storytelling, I'll probably end up just going off camera and finding a place and setting up shop before the next episode, because I know how tedious it can be to watch some of the beginning steps here. So I think once I get something set up and started, that'll be for the best. Let's go ahead and put you on the bar. Take a quick nap. Okay, we got a few seconds here. So you gotta return it. I gotta return this thing, and it's it's not the closest location. So I also decided that I wanted to buy a controller for a temporary thing, for some games for temporary, mostly racing games, because I'm gonna get a wheel, a force feedback wheel. But the one I'm looking at, I gotta wait until my next paycheck before I can afford that. So that wasn't gonna be for a couple months, and so I go back and I go to a different one, the one that's closer, and I had checked out earlier online. They had a Microsoft like 360 controllers for Microsoft computers. So I thought, okay, fine, that'll work perfectly, and it was like $40, something like that. And so I said, okay, that'll be fine. That'll hold me off on these games here that I want to play until I sort of get to them. Is that the same outcropping as I saw before? Did I just do a loop? I mean, I think I knew I was going backwards, but have I gone backwards that much? Oh, great jumping skills. Come on. Hooah! There we go. That's what I try to do. And yes, it is. Okay. Well, now, this is just kind of boring. These little island things. I mean, yeah, I could make a argument for starting on one of these, but to me, they're just boring. I really would like to find... That's where I mine the coal, I think. I would like to find something a little bit more interesting. So, yep, go back, return it. I check out their controller selection, and the cheapest one they've got is like 55 or 60 bucks. And I'm going, I don't want to spend that much for a controller, especially when you can get them a lot cheaper, and especially when it's going to be something that is, a temporary use thing. I'm not going to be using this for Minecraft or any other video games that require a keyboard and mouse. This is going to be sort of an exclusively racing game controller that I'm going to be using for a very temporary amount of time. So I end up going to my local electronics retailer, which I usually don't like to go and buy from them just because their deals are usually not as good. But, ooh, this is Plains, isn't it? Isn't this Plains color, or is this forest color? I got excited. Ooh, lag spike. I think it's probably just forest color. But, so I go to that other, my local one, and I find one for like 20 bucks, and I'm like, okay, yeah, perfect. I'm gonna buy that. That'll be my deal. I'll save myself 20-30 bucks, and I can buy a couple games. So that is indeed what I ended up doing. And we are in a Plains. That'd be awesome if there were some horses. I would love to have some horses on this adventure. Something that can run really quickly. That's more what I care about. There are the different characteristics you can get. The running and the jumping. Different characteristics on the horses, but I'm more concerned with a horse that can just go quickly and move me across places in an efficient manner. But yeah, so I guess that was sort of my PC buying experience. Ooh, there's a village. Very cool. Let's go raid this guy, and we'll end the episode inside the village there. Hopefully there's a blacksmith. If not, we at least have a place... Oh, there is a blacksmith, and I was going to say at least we'll have a place to get some of the farm stuff. That's not a great deal. Hello, Mr. Blacksmith. Do you have anything awesome? That's not bad. That's not bad. I would consider that. That's okay. That's not bad either. That's basically the same. This is a slightly raised... Oh, that's a terrible deal. That's a terrible deal. Let's go check out the blacksmith. I am definitely going to want to keep asleep, I guess I'll say. Wow. Let's go ahead and cook those guys on up. And anything cool in the chest? Come on, be something cool. Some armor. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. A little bit of food, a little bit of apple, and oh, there's my skin. If you haven't seen it, I think I only showed it off in one other one. Let's go to F5 mode real quick. Let's get out of here first. Hello, yes, hello, villagers. So yep, there's the old skin there. For whenever you gotta do what ails you on the back end there, and on the front end we've also got some well, very little clothing, I suppose, and this doesn't help things out very much, does it? But I think this is going to wrap up this first little episode here. When we come back for next time, I think I'm going to end up having this place fairly well lit up. Hopefully we don't have to worry about any zombies taking out all of our villagers here, because that would be quite unfortunate. Love to find a horse. Don't see any off the top here. There's a zombie. Bonfire in the background there. Or a creeper, I can't tell. But anyway, so yeah, I believe that is going to do do it for today. So until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you next time.